Good morning, friends. Happy Monday to me. I don't even know when you'll see this. I'm at the point where I'm not going to be going by schedule now. It'll just be whenever I can get up the videos. So my name's Jessie. If you're new here, I am almost 40 weeks pregnant. I will be on Wednesday. It's Monday. Ben is out there. Oh, you can't see him. He is filling the tire with air. It's been low for a few weeks now. We're off to a chiropractic appointment. So we're basically at the point where we don't feel super comfortable with me driving myself around just because I'm really short. So my belly is very close to the steering wheel. I'm really nasally today. It feels gross. So anyway, Ben just added some air and oh, he's already done. Already done. That was very quick.
Nice honk.
I didn't honk.
The car honked at me.
Did it?
Yeah.
Anyway, so Ben had to get air in the tire and then we're going to the chiropractor. I have 2 appointments with her this week and then she's off for the next 2 weeks. Today's update, I feel really puffy. I feel very nasally, tired, just normal pregnancy stuff. I have a baby appointment tomorrow, so we'll update you guys with that. We're gonna schedule an induction for next week. And then we're just gonna do everything we can this week to try to get baby out on its own. I've been doing dates. Doula said to try my pump, my breast pump. So we'll see, but I'll keep you guys updated. Just wanted to start this vlog so that we can see where the week takes me. I highly doubt baby's coming today. It's moving around like crazy. It's a couple hours later. Well, more than a couple. It's 2:18. I am doing a bunch of stuff. I actually just finished editing the video for Wednesday. Hi, Bubby. Got home from the chiropractor, which I have some news for you on that. But I'm gonna make up a pot of chili and roast some potatoes before they get gross for the week. I'm eating some dates right now with a little bit of peanut butter, and then is that all I'm gonna do? I think so. I bought this stuff from my chiropractor and then I left and realized that the card that she has on file no longer works. So I need to pay her for that stuff because it was kind of expensive, but I just kind of want something just hydrating because I'm just not drinking enough water. And I know with breastfeeding, that's really important too. I'm currently cutting up a bell pepper to put in the chili just because we have it. I'll cut up a small onion as well. I'm gonna start the preheat. I don't know about you guys, but anything over 400 degrees takes my oven literally 25 minutes to preheat. Ben and I ordered some groceries for pickup from Whole Foods, which is more expensive than we'd like to spend, but we're gonna pick them up on our way home from the OB appointment tomorrow so that we have them. And basically we're going into this week kind of buying pantry food and frozen food just in case I do go into labor, so it doesn't all go bad. Basically I bought this stuff to be able to make spaghetti, curry, pad thai, and then I bought a frozen meal. So tomorrow when we get the order and we get home, I'll show it to you guys. But the news, I went to the chiropractor. Sorry, the sun's glaring in at me right now. She said baby is lower than even last week, and she thinks things are gonna start happening in the next day or two. She thinks that some of the aches and stuff I've been feeling are more pregnancy related or labor related. So here's hoping that she's correct, even though that makes me a little bit nervous. It's so weird being at this point because I'm very afraid to give birth, but I also my body is just done being pregnant. I was texting my doula and I told her it feels like my body is just trying to conserve energy. I have no brain power. I mean, I'm doing stuff right now, but it's mostly because I don't want to sit down because my butt hurts. No physical energy, any of that kind of stuff. And it just feels like my body is literally conserving energy which would make sense, right? Because I'll be using energy to give birth. I've always been nervous about something happening to me or to the baby in birth. That's just like a fear I think a lot of women have. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what it's gonna be like, not only to give birth, but to like have a baby. I think I told you guys before, I've never been one of those girls that like dreamt of being a mom her whole life. Don't get me wrong, I'm excited to be now, but it's just not something that I've like thought about my whole life. And like some women I feel like are like so zoned in on being a mom. That's just like not how my brain works. I already have my, I can't show it to you because I have like my personal phone number on here, but I have written like a very thorough like dog instructions, like for the dogs, like when they eat, their outside time, leaving them, and then just like house stuff in general. Like we have one door that has a deadbolt and a regular lock, and if you lock the regular lock, we have locked ourselves out of the house before. So things like that we don't want to happen to our dog slash house sitter. Now we just see if my chiropractor's right. I have no idea. Like I said, I have the OB appointment tomorrow, so I don't know if they'll do like a check. We also got Qdoba for lunch, which I haven't had, I think, since we were in Illinois in September. Qdoba used to be like my favorite food. That was good. It was like spicy because I was having like a lot of congestion this morning, so that kind of helped a little bit with that. Anyway, I'm gonna start the chili. I got my stuff chopped up here, and then probably just hang out on the couch for the rest of the night. Ben has a pretty busy day between work, and he has to do some stuff for a podcast that he's a part of. I'll probably have the rest of the day to like be by myself, do whatever I want. But that's the update for where we're at. Okay, sorry the lighting's pretty terrible, but here's the chili. Pretty easy. Just letting it get up to heat, and then I'll just take it off the heat for a while because this pot stays really hot for a really long time. About 31 minutes left on the potatoes, so those are just going in there. The kitchen's kind of a mess, but I'm probably gonna leave that for Ben. I'm making Ben unpack. What do you think about our last doctor appointment today?
It's just weird.
Yeah.
It's so weird to like think that that's it. And I don't know, you can probably talk about it if you want, but scheduling induction's interesting just because it's like you have like a definitive endpoint to this process that has been just so long.
Yeah.
And like, you know in your brain that it's coming to an end, but to have like a definitive like a week from today, like we'll be getting ready to get, like go to the hospital at 5 p.m.
Right.
Obviously more concrete, and who knows when baby could come.
Right.
So it's just, yeah, it's kind of weird to be like, yep, no more regular doctor visits to like check on baby or.
Well, and you're a little, we don't have to talk about it, but you're a little afraid of the induction stuff too, so.
Yeah.
Or like, I mean, it's just unsure.
Yeah, for me, I would just really love for baby to come when it wants to come, and
right.
And if it doesn't, that's fine too, but I would love it to happen naturally, and you didn't have to go through anything other than that, and for baby also, you know, I don't know. I just believe that like kind of like let nature take its course, and babies have their own kind of like spirit, and they'll come when they want to. But did you tell them how you think baby's waiting because it wants to be a Capricorn?
No.
Yeah, because you should tell them that.
Just a little quick. So they have us scheduled for an induction starting next Tuesday night. I've thought this whole time, because I like astrology. I don't even know if you all know that. Probably, because you've seen the Aquarius that used to hang in my room.
I was gonna say, I would hope your vlog would know that, but
Sagittarius season ends today. No, tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
And Capricorn season starts Thursday, so I'm like, maybe it just wants to be a Capricorn. So it's just waiting a couple more days. Is this all we got? This is all we got, and this is $90.
I was gonna say, for just under $100.
So we did a Whole Foods pickup this time. It's probably what we're gonna have to do a couple of times. Whole Foods, Wegmans also has pickup, so we'll probably do that one too, because it's a little bit less expensive than Whole Foods. But we got organic eggs, dairy-free tzatziki, so we can have salmon We haven't tried this brand before. I usually get it from Trader Joe's, so hopefully that's good. We got some more butter. I've heard great things about these. It's like $11 for one of these, so not super budget friendly, but it's good to just have on hand for like a quick and easy thing to eat. Again, because while I did get scheduled for that induction, obviously we have no idea, like baby could come at any point. My chiropractor thinks it's gonna come like in the next couple days. So I didn't want to buy a bunch of stuff that could go bad. Speaking of things that could go bad, this sriracha ranch thing, we got these mushrooms, which this is like $4 a carton, but we're going to use them for pad thai and spaghetti, so we'll have to make those soon. Got Ben this sourdough bread, almond flour, pancake mix, a can of chickpeas, some Ceylon cinnamon. We got some more gluten-free pasta, garlic because we're almost out. We got some more dairy-free chocolate chips for cookies. We got another dark chocolate, red curry paste for pad thai, and then dark maple syrup. Apparently that's what gets you $90 worth of food from Whole Foods. It's so annoying. We'll see about the induction. I think it's gonna come before Ben's a little bit. He just really didn't want an induced baby. So, but there's, I mean, it is what it is. I didn't feel comfortable going over 41, like much over 41 weeks. So tomorrow is my due date. Today is officially my due date, and I am still very much pregnant. My water is boiling. 1 second. I'm making myself a decaf coffee before we go to the chiropractor and the acupuncturist today. I put on just a little bit of concealer and mascara. I didn't want to put on any makeup really, but I just feel like my face is red, so tried to do that. Did my hair, I washed it last night, so that'll probably be all I'm doing today. I will say I woke up feeling off, like I'm a little bit crampy. My back kind of hurts, but nothing is consistent, so could mean nothing. Ben's actually picking me up some Torchy's tacos to go. We were gonna go there together, but apparently he's not feeling well. I had acupuncture, like induction acupuncture this morning, which didn't feel great. So, but we'll see if that helps move anything. I had my last chiropractic appointment right after that, which felt good, but everything's just sore right now. I'm also like really nasally and stuffed up for some reason. He doesn't feel well though. Ben's health issues, it's not like they're really hard to explain because they're not normal health issues, and it's not like he feels like he has a cold or anything like that. Like there's something wrong and we don't know what it is, and so far no doctor has figured it out. Like he had mercury toxicity a long time ago when he got really sick, and like extreme adrenal issues, and what was the other thing? Just like his potassium and his levels were just like extremely low. And this was when he was like sick years ago. His testosterone was low. He lost all of his muscle. He lost a fuck ton of weight, and we never really figured out what it was. He just started doing a bunch of stuff like natural medicine stuff, and he felt better, but it never really went away fully. So he'll have moments where it like flares, I guess, for lack of a better word. Just like not great timing. Obviously I never want him to feel sick, but like the last week of my pregnancy, I definitely don't want him to feel sick because I need him, baby needs him, he needs him. So we don't need this right now. So hopefully we can get whatever it is that he needs, some sort of supplement, and hopefully that'll help him, or at least help him feel a little bit better. Basically the issue the last couple days has just been that he's getting sick every time he eats. Everything's making him feel badly. So, but yeah, this is like the worst area to be in at lunchtime, and it's like 11:40. So it looks like my food isn't even done yet because Ben's not out. We'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys updated, but I'm feeling okay. I'm just tired, per usual. Just pregnant and tired. You know, no reason to complain because that's just like where I'm at, you know? That's what happens when you're 40 weeks pregnant. My chiropractor said the baby is like extremely low. She's like, I don't even know how you're not giving birth right now. I have gotten so many texts and calls today. I hate it when people call me. I just like don't want to talk to anyone on the phone ever. Just about like asking about where baby is and all this stuff. And I'm just like, I don't know. It's not here yet. We'll see if this acupuncture induction stuff does anything. Okay, made it home. I got some Torchy's tacos. I got 2 tacos, which these seem so much smaller than what we got in person. Didn't they seem huge?
I'm guessing they're packed pretty tight.
Yeah. Little sauces, and then I got, this is a half amount of chips and salsa. Making noise over there.
Perfect for you. Yeah, that's all right.
Good morning, friends. Another little baby watch update. It is the grossest day outside. It's been like pouring rain all day. We're supposed to get like freezing wind chills in the next day, which for here is just like weird. For me, it's just weird for it to be December 22nd and there's a thunderstorm going on. The lighting's actually pretty good right now because it's a little bit lighter outside. I think the rain is supposed to lift in a little bit. Anyway, talking about the weather is boring, but it's been a very gross day. Today actually started out not in the best way. I woke up at 6:30 and had really bad stomach pain, and not contractions, like upper stomach pain. I don't know, something I ate or something overnight digestively must not have went well, and my stomach hurt so badly this morning. I ended up, TMI, I ended up going to the bathroom a couple of times and that helped. And then I honestly was like so exhausted that I went back to sleep from like 8 until 10, I think. And I felt much better. I just feel like tired today. I think it's the weather, the fact that I'm 40 weeks pregnant. My stomach really hurt and I was like, I know contractions will hurt. I understand that. But this was like, they weren't in the place where contractions are supposed to hurt. They weren't consistent. They were more like sharp, fast pains, or it would last for like a really long time. It just wasn't consistent with a contraction. So definitely not a real contraction. I will say it kind of scared me at first because I was like, dude, if this is early labor, you okay? What's wrong? Finn's a little off today too. He doesn't like thunder, so he's a little bit anxious too. Yeah, I was just like, dude, if this is the start of labor, I'm definitely gonna need an epidural because I can't even handle this. That went away. I will say I was hopeful that like maybe I'd get some other symptoms showing signs of labor, but I have not. It looks like baby will not be coming today either. I think my anxiety is starting to heighten now. I've been doing a really good job of, you know, not being super anxious and like kind of allowing my body to conserve energy. It's starting to come in now. I think the fact that I've hit my due date, I feel so uncomfortable. We have an induction scheduled and I really don't want to be induced. I know millions of women are induced every single day. I'm not worried about something bad happening. I just don't want to be induced, quite honestly. I just don't want something forcing me into birth. I would rather that my body did it on its own. But I think most women that are induced would prefer that. And I still have a few days. It's Thursday today and I'm not being induced until Tuesday evening next week. So as long as everything goes to plan, because I think you can like call, you have to call like an hour ahead of time and they can be like, we don't have room for you at the inn. So but that's currently the plan. To be honest, I'm also like just like bored out of my mind because I don't have anything to do. Yeah, I like kind of repacked my hospital bag a little bit, but I think Ben and I are gonna go through it tonight. I didn't really get rid of anything. The nurse the other day made a comment about the fact that she can always tell when a first-time mom comes in because she's packed like her whole life with her, and I'm fairly certain that I did as well. And I was confident with that and totally fine with that because I would rather have more with me than not enough. I'm one of those people that's like very sensitive to smell, to sound, to texture. Even for example, say like my nursing bra gets wet, I won't wear it if it's wet. So like I wanted to bring backups of those types of things, or like a soft sweater to wear, or give myself options. I have like a pair of sweatpants and I have a pair of leggings in case like I want to wear something tighter or something looser, because I don't know what to expect. I've never given birth, and every woman's different. Like I've watched so many videos and like so many women are like, you will definitely want to be in like the loosest clothing ever. And then other people are like, you will definitely want something a little bit more compressive to like keep the diaper in place and all of those things. Trying not to let she wasn't even being judgmental. Like the nurse was not being judgmental. And like I said in my hospital bag video, like if people think that I'm stupid for bringing as much stuff as I did, why do I care? You know, why do I care what other people think? It doesn't matter. It's Ben's last day of work until March. So that's kind of weird. The company that he works for is closed for Christmas, Friday and Monday. And then I'm being induced on Tuesday. So they started his paternity, like parental leave for Tuesday. He'll work probably till 5-ish and then he'll be done with work for a few months, which is crazy. 10 weeks, I think, is what he gets off. I don't have a ton of energy or like movement. Some women, you know, are like working and working out up until like the moment they give birth. I remember I had a coworker who literally went to like a baseball game and then went to the hospital, and I'm just like, what? I'm not that person. I started out my pregnancy kind of in an unhealthy place physically. We've talked about it before, and I've tried to stay as healthy as possible. And I've had a healthy pregnancy, so I'm not worried about anything or blaming myself for anything. But it does definitely make the end harder, I believe, because my body's just holding a lot more weight than it's used to. I have there's a lot more pain, I think, than, I don't even know. Maybe some people who are thinner or are more active, but like I couldn't work out if you paid me $1 million right now. Like I can barely go for a walk. And that's not just me like being lazy. That's like, truthfully, I really can't do that very much right now. So that's just where we're at, and that's okay. Maybe I'll end this vlog either today or tomorrow just with a couple updates, and then I'll restart one whenever I go into labor, if I can. I think I've mentioned this in other videos. I'm not planning on doing like a true birth vlog. I'm very anxious going into this birth, and the last thing that I want to think about or worry about is like my camera and camera angles. I wouldn't mind like vlogging a little bit about like the start of the journey, and then like, you know, I'll vlog afterwards and tell the story and meet baby. I'm also not sure like I definitely am gonna show baby online. I'm not one of those people that's gonna like hide my child. I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all. You can do whatever you want with your child. I don't think that's me though. I've always kind of shared my life, but I don't think it's gonna be like front and center. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be like utilizing my kids in my videos, but I think I'll be sharing my life, and my kid will be a part of my life going into my next season of being like basically like a stay-at-home mom. I am still planning on like working, but because I do freelance, the work that I do is very different than like, you know, like a working mom who's like going into a job every day or dropping their kid off, having to drop their kid off at daycare, things like that. We like truly can't afford daycare. We'll all learn about this together once I start, because I have never been a mom before. I haven't spent my whole life wanting to be a mom, so I'm not prepared. Like some women are just like maternally like ready to be a mom. I'm not worried about it. Like I know that I'll figure it out, and I know Ben will. I don't have any fears, but I'm definitely like going into this pretty blind. So we'll see. So today's the 22nd. This weekend's Christmas. We're obviously not doing anything because we'll either be in the hospital, have a baby, or be almost having a baby. So it just wasn't a priority this year, which sucks. I love Christmas, but it is what it is. It's just not something that my brain can even conceptualize right now. With an induction, sometimes they don't happen as quickly, so I have no idea what's gonna happen. There's a possibility that Ben's mom is actually gonna come out and visit us right in the beginning of January, because that's when she could get time off of work. Initially, we didn't want anybody to come right away, quite honestly, but now I think that we're getting closer to it. The idea of having someone could like help with things around the house, or like the dogs, or, you know, making sure that we're eating like the adults are eating, things like that for a couple days might be nice. And she's like she's not intrusive at all, and would probably get her own place to stay in her own car. It wouldn't be super intrusive, which is the one good thing about living away from people. I've noticed I had so many people call and text me yesterday asking about the baby because it was my due date, and it was like so sweet, but at the same time I'm like so bummed that the baby didn't come by its due date. And like, not that the due date is like literally means nothing, but like, you know, and I just like didn't want to talk to anyone really. Like, I'm kind of at the place now where I'm like, I will update you if I want to update you when I update you, you know? Like, I don't really want people asking. That's just the way that humans are. They're interested, they care about us, they just want to know. And I know that. It's just, I'm just kind of, I don't have the energy for that right now. That's where that is. My coffee's been sitting for a while, so I'm gonna go make that up. Hopefully it should still be warm. By this time next week, we should for sure have a baby. Unless for some reason the induction goes really long. If we make it to the induction. That's just crazy to think about, because I've never imagined myself with a baby. So it's gonna be a whole new world. Baby's moving right now. It's like, I haven't imagined living outside of here. So that's the way I'm looking at it, is like, the baby is just as new to this as we are. We'll figure it out and everything will be fine. And it'll be good. It'll be better than fine. But like, you know, the things that we're scared about will be fine. That's my long babble that I'm gonna have to edit down from 17 minutes. Hopefully there'll be a baby soon. I'm very tired.